and a less than ideal travel experience. So, how do we make the invisible more visible? At LPIA, we've implemented the Sunflower Lanyard program. The lanyards are visual cues for airport workers to immediately identify passengers who might need additional assistance. NAD is teaming up with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities and key stakeholders at LPIA to launch the internationally recognized initiative. We're joining more than 180 airports and 26 countries already in the program. NAD is the first organization in the Bahamas to recognize the Sunflower Initiative. It's a way to show our continued commitment to making LPIA a safe, welcoming, and inclusive airport for all. Passengers needing to secure a free sunflower lanyard can email sunflower@nas.bs or call 1242-397-8600. For more information, visit www.nassauLPIA.com.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Our marine resources were once considered inexhaustible. Conch and reef fish like grouper were abundant everywhere, and it seemed as if the lobster catch would rise forever. But today, there is a downward trend that affects everyone. Researchers say we can reverse the trend by protecting more marine habitats. And the good news is that most Bahamians strongly support efforts to halt further decline. Tripling the size of our network of marine parks will mean more fish and conch for everyone, now and for the future, as well as more recreational and ecotourism opportunities. Today, only 10% of our waters are protected. Surveys show that most Bahamians consider protection of our marine environment to be a top national priority. More protection means more benefits for everyone, now and in the future. It's a win-win-win strategy for the economy, for Bahamians, and for nature. Protect our sea, protect our way of life, protect the Bahamas. See the future. Visit Bahamas Protected on Facebook to learn more about marine protected areas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the escalating cost of power a concern for Grand Bahamians. Also, mental health cases on the decline. That's according to a clinical consultant. Plus, COVID-19 no longer a health threat. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Raven Davis. And as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news tonight, escalating power bills is the cry on Grand Bahama, and some consumers are pleading for something to be done. In 2022, the Grand Bahama Power Company did advise their consumers that they would have seen an increase in their bills from 10 cents per kilowatt to 11.5.
Right, look around inside. He said, I'm broke, just no At the eco camp, there were a variety of indoor activities. These activities were hands-on, they were entertaining, and they were fun. They helped to bring home some of the ideas that the kids were learning in the field.
I learned about different corals, different fishes, different places in the forest, different bushes, and it was really fun.
I learned a lot of plants, which I didn't know before, and how you can use them, and a lot of how you can help the environment, new ways how to help it, which makes me happy because I want to keep our earth as nice as possible.
Yeah, we took the kids camping, or they took us camping. I'm not quite sure which way around it was. They had a great time. And if they enjoyed it half as much as I think we as leaders enjoyed it, then it was very successful. What was interesting, we had a group of children, a cross-section, both age-wise and probably from background. They all grouped in together, pulled together, and worked as a team. They saw things they'd never seen before, some of them. They saw the stars, they saw the trees. They went looking for crabs, but didn't see any. They saw hogs. I think they were great kids, and I was very impressed by the general standard. Very impressed.
It was pretty good for the first time. I thought it was going to be scary, but it was fun.
We went on a walk on the road. We were looking for crab, and we went about 4 miles. We only heard a couple of crabs in the bush, so we turned around, came back, and went to bed in our camps.
I did learn some new things, like how to pitch a tent and how to roll up my sleeping bag. The camping experience was fun. We had a lot of fun cooking our food on a fire that was actually made, on a stove that was actually made with rocks.
Another activity the participants had was the organism ID, which introduced a number of organisms that they would ordinarily see but perhaps not be able to identify each day. And so at the end of the week, they would have been introduced to 20 new organisms.
In organism ID, we learned the names of all the animals. We learned specific ways we can tell them apart, like the markings on their backs, the scales they have, their outer features and whatnot.
Things that I did not know before that I've learned now, basically the different type of plants and like other marine life inside the sea that I might have saw but never could have named or depicted. Well, the swimming experience was actually a little frightening to me because I'm not known to be a very good swimmer, but the first day I tried with the snorkeling and, you know, I had help, and then the next day I went on to snorkeling a little deeper, but I had to take it slow because I didn't want to hurt myself or do something that I know that I'm not yet ready to do.
I love swimming. The best part was when we were at Pigeon Key, and we got to go scuba diving around the whole island. That was fun.
When I snorkeled at an ocean, it was really fun because, I got to see things that I've never seen before. And it wasn't only about what I saw, but just actually going that deep in the water was an experience for me.
The snorkeling was really great. I loved all the reefs and everything. The fish were wonderful, and the reefs were really, really nice. It was enjoyable, and I really liked it.
I think that it'd be good for other people to learn about this and to come enjoy this experience.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the escalating cost of power, a concern for Grange Bahamians. Also, mental health cases on the decline. That's according to a clinical consultant. Plus, COVID-19 no longer a health threat. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Raven Davis. And as always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news tonight, escalating power bills is the cry on Grand Bahama, and some consumers are pleading for something to be done. In 2022, the Grand Bahama Power Company did advise their consumers that they would have seen an increase in their bills from 10 cents per kilowatt to 11.5 cents. But now some residents tell our adjunct that the cost of electricity is becoming unbearable. Here's that report.
Why is my power bill so high? That is the question many residents have been asking the Grand Bahama Power Company. Some say they've seen a significant increase, while others say they're doing their best to keep their bills down.
I'm trying to figure out how do you explain the fact that your power bill have been a particular amount for a whole year. Then all of a sudden, it's almost 100% than what it used to be. And you're like, okay, I haven't changed any usage. So where's this coming from?
My thing is, give us a trajectory of what we are paying, what we're paying for, and I'll better understand.
They need to cut the power bill in half.
Why?
Because it's too high. The economy isn't making, we're not making that type of money to be paying these type of heavy bills.
I know that they operate as a business, so them operating as a business, they try to do things will be beneficial to them. Me personally, I feel like they can try to decrease the bills as best as possible.
Okay with me. I guess guess how you use your power.
I'm trying to keep it down as much as possible, but with this heat, you cannot.
Some residents even suggesting that the Grand Bahama Power Company should use solar power as an alternative method.
Solar being out how long now? How long?
I feel like, personally, we can outbeat using the power plant by going with solar.
Implement solar panels. Somehow, some way, give us something where we can see as the consumers, we can ease what we do, and the power consumption will be less on the citizens.
Now, the Grand Bahama Power Company has established a smart home, which they say can provide the necessary information to residents to make impactful changes in energy use in their homes. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azra Quant.
And in other news, a local clinical consultant is bringing forward some good news for Grand Bahama. Mental health cases are starting to level out. Dr. Andy Lang also is diving deeper into the difference between mental health and mental illnesses. Our intern, Jalissa Hollingsworth, has more in this report.
Mental health cases are now starting to level out here in Grand Bahama. This according to clinical consultants at the Grand Bahama Resilience Center, Dr. Andy Lang. This comes on the heels following the COVID-19 pandemic and Hurricane Dorian, where Dr. Lang says it is not unusual for individuals to have a traumatic response to those type of events.
I was looking at a statistic earlier which cited the increase in mental illness to as high as 50%. We saw increases in depression, anxiety, domestic violence, substance abuse and substance misuse, post-traumatic stress disorder, and so on.
Mental health can be defined as an individual's psychological and emotional state, encompassing their thinking, feelings, behaviors, responses to stress, and interactions with others. On the other hand, mental illnesses are health conditions involving changes in emotion, thinking, or behavior. According to the clinical consultant, while mental health and mental illnesses are often used interchangeably, he reveals that they are not the same. He adds, however, that they are both still an understudied phenomenon in the Bahamas.
Mental health being on the upper end of the wellness continuum, and mental illness being on the lower end of the wellness continuum.
Dr. Lang expresses that mental health and mental illnesses high cases have begun leveling out,
as a result of the recent announcement that COVID-19 is no longer a public health emergency. He adds that programs here on the island have also begun assisting with the future decline.
There are a number of programs available, for example, here at the Resilience Center and at other agencies that individuals have been able to access in order to navigate through some of the negative post-traumatic stress symptoms that they were experiencing as a result of the hurricane and the pandemic.
Meantime, Dr. Lang says we still have ways to go as a community regarding mental health and illnesses. He's now encouraging the public to become more kind and considerate, as we may never know what someone is going through. For the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition, I'm intern Jalissa Hollingsworth.
Also from the Health Beat tonight, a local doctor reassuring the public that COVID-19 is no longer a public health emergency in the Bahamas. She tells our Adjuquan that they are now treating it like any other viral infection. Here's that report.
In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic took the world by surprise, forcing it to shut down completely. Now, some 3 years later, the Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, confirming that they have noticed a decline in PCR testing. Clinical Director here on the island, Dr. Stacey Bevins-Lang, standing with the Minister of Health, noting that COVID-19 is no longer a public health threat.
We are now treating it as one of the viral infections such as the regular flu. However, it still does have an impact on your health, especially if you have chronic ailments such as cardiac or respiratory issues.
This decision coming after the United States President Joe Biden ended their COVID-19 public health emergency on May 11th of this year, a move that the Bahamas followed.
That in turn would have also filtered over to the Bahamas. So we have not been enforcing the use of masks in public, only when a person comes to any of the healthcare facilities, they are required to wear masks.
And as part of their ongoing vigilance, Dr. Bevins-Lang says they are continuing to test individuals who present flu-like symptoms when they come to the hospital. When asked about a potential uptick in COVID-19 cases on the island, she clarifies.
Personally, I cannot say we have seen an increase in the COVID cases. I would say the numbers have just flatlined or steadied out. But if you don't test for it, you won't find it. And so if we say we're now seeing a spike, it just means that more persons are getting tested.
Dr. Bevins-Lang is also reminding the public to continue following the safety protocols, which include wearing a mask and maintaining good hand hygiene. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Adjuquan.
And on to some other news. The Bahamas National Trust is hard at work revamping and upgrading national parks on the island. Tonight, we hear from Director of Parks, Ellsworth Ware, who says it's a slow but steady process. Our summer intern, Sherlock Prince, has that story.
As the Raw Nature Center continues to rebuild from Hurricane Dorian, the Director of Parks for the Bahamas National Trust, Ellsworth Ware, says that there are big plans for the Raw Nature Center.
We have what's called an arboretum, which is a showcase of various native Bahamian plants, and they're separated into various sections. What we want to do is turn that area into an area where people can come and get married and have various events.
The Raw Nature Center has been known to host events, but is primarily known for its wildlife tours in times past. While they work to rebuild that aspect, they are also looking to add more historical content.
We also have plans for the Welcome Center out front as well, where we would like to include more exhibits, more historical items. So we want to make it a place where people can come and learn about history as well as nature.
While the Raw Nature Center continues to grow, the BNT is also pleased with the continued support of the Lucayan National Park.
It's the second busiest park in the entire system in the Bahamas. So we're looking at numbers now similar to before COVID. You know, after Dorian, we had to rebuild the park. The beach was destroyed, but nature fixed itself, and the beach came back without us really having to do much. But since the beach came back, we've embarked on planting of native vegetation. We actually have more trees coming, and We're looking at planting over the next month or two about 1,000 native trees out there.
And despite going through Hurricane Dorian, the park was still ranked 7th in the USA's Today's top 10 Caribbean attractions in 2023.
We were happy about that because, like I said, after Dorian, we thought the beach was gone. So, you know, with Mother Nature healing herself and the beach coming back, I mean, we still have some work to do. We still have some issues with invasive Australian pine. Along with the caves, persons like to go out there and kayak and enjoy looking at Gold Rock Creek. It just shows you that when you have a healthy creek system, healthy corals, you know, you can almost say Lukai National Park is a fish producer for the actual fishing grounds.
The park director also said that there are plans to upgrade the Welcome Center, open a gift shop, and other services. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm summer intern Sherlock Prince.
And switching gears now, Urban Renewal Northern Bahamas, in conjunction with the Ministry for Grand Bahama, holding a gospel concert for Grand Bahamians to top off the Independence Month of activities. This stellar event, held under the patronage of His Excellency Sir Cornelius A. Smith, featured some of the top artists on the island who gave a performance to remember. Here's that report.
The celebration of independence continues. The Lift Every Voice and Sing concert was a stage of musical success and observance of true Bahamian talent. Grand Bahamians gathering far and wide at Jubilee Cathedral to enjoy one of the biggest gospel concerts of the year. Gospel artist Gabrielle Stiles, The Core, just to name a few, gave the attendees a show to savor. Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, excitedly encouraging Grand Bahamians to support their very own.
This evening, we unite as a community in a celebration of praise and worship to Almighty God to commemorate our nation's 50th anniversary of independence. God is good. His grace and mercy has guided the Bahamas over the past 50 years as we evolved from a British colony post-July 10th, 1973, into an independent, sovereign nation and a force within the Caribbean region.
Urban Renewal Deputy Director Senator Kirkland Russell expresses that Bahamian talent is of great significance to this country, and he is hoping that the committee exposes more of what the island has to offer.
In Bahama, I don't care where you have been, what you have heard here this evening is par excellence. It is truly world class, and I pray that this is not a one and done operation.
Now speaking to a few of the attendees, they're all saying that the concert was a great experience.
It was an awesome event. In fact, it's just still going on. But it speaks to our nation being a religious nation, and it speaks that we are God-fearing people. It was an awesome experience.
Months of preparation, months of playing, practicing. My family was neglected. I'm still getting fussed by my daughters, but tonight was awesome.
Got to see my kids sing, and I didn't know they had such excellent voice, and they sound very nice. They actually made me cry, so yes, I really enjoyed myself.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Evans.
A young Bahamian singing sensation goes viral. Stay with us, we are coming right back.
You asked for it, you've got it. A new plant nursery, fully loaded with everything you need and extended hours. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sometimes you want pizza vibe without the whole dang pie. Now, there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new melt in buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon wrap for just $6.99 with VAT. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe cravings.
Hurricane season is here. Residents are asked to visit the Pine Ridge landfill to dispose of vegetative and household debris free of charge. Deliver your debris to the landfill weekdays between the hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or on Saturdays 8 a.m. to 12 noon.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cocta termites forma salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
This is where it happens. Those moments that impact our lives. Giving you the information that you need this hurricane season. Wherever there is news, we're there.
Have the following supplies on hand at the start of the hurricane season. A minimum 3-day supply of water, which provides 1 gallon of water per person per day. Minimum 3-day supply of non-perishable food items. Flashlights and extra batteries. A battery-powered radio to receive broadcasts that will keep you informed of the storm. A first aid kit. A 7-day supply of any prescribed medication. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Be prepared.
So put me together, break me apart again. No doubt about it.
The King of the North is back. Power 104.5 FM.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A young college graduate from Grand Bahama is making a name for herself among some of the biggest names in gospel music. Her captivating voice has been mesmerizing audiences, with her videos going viral on social media platforms. But it's her most recent performance that has truly captured the hearts of thousands. Here's that report.
She is from the small settlement of Holmes Rock in Grand Bahama, but she is sharing the stage with some of the world's biggest gospel artists. Eden Monroe is her name, and her vocal capability is astonishing. The young talent attended a Donnie McKirkland concert in Miramar, and to her sheer delight, she was given the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to sing alongside the Grammy award-winning artist.
I was so nervous. I was so nervous. It was a very surreal experience for me, very humbling.
She appears shy, but on that day, her voice propelled her. While singing, she was pushed center stage by Donnie to be seen and heard by thousands.
It's so crazy because in the moment, I was not aware of him actually doing that. It wasn't until I watched the video and I was like, it was him the entire time, like pushing me.
But it was not her first time singing with gospel greats. Last year, she sang with Jacqueline Carr. Despite growing up in Grand Bahama, Eden believes that greatness knows no boundaries and has a message of encouragement for those who may doubt their potential based on their background.
Not just in Holmes Rock, but the Bahamas at large, everyone, they never really think something like this could happen to people like us. We come from a very small country. But with God's grace, His mercy, His will, you could do anything, honestly. And if He said it, it's already done.
Thanks, Ramiko. Well, your Health is Wealth report is next.
A wise man once said, prevention is better than cure. Did you know your annual checkup is designed to do just this? Your annual is a wellness visit designed to identify factors that put your health at risk. These factors may be present in our personal or family medical history. It may be in lifestyle choices we make. The visit includes a physical examination and a review of various blood parameters. The goal is to identify things that put you at greater risk for poor health and even the possibility of a shortened lifespan. This visit is an opportunity for you to have your health status assessed, to get recommendations from your primary care doctor on how to eliminate or minimize these risks, and to receive tips on living your healthiest life. Book your annual today, because prevention really is the best medicine. I'm Dr. Karis Thompson-Major, and remember, your health is your wealth.
Monday Check on Sports is next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports. It was a busy weekend in sports, so let's begin in 8 Mile Walk, where Buddy Hield was back at home where it all started.
The Buddy Hield Foundation came together once again for its annual Back to School giveaway on the Fritz Forbes Pinedale Community Park.
Walking these same streets, seeing roots, it's a blessing, humbling experience. Rock is my heart. Everybody know I love to come to Rock. That's why it grew me up. It's what molded me, the person I'm in, and the player I am, and my toughness and the background and the striving to get somewhere. So I'm just glad to be blessed to, just put a smile on these people's face.
Everyone's having a great time. There's free food. There's the games that we always have. We always have giveaways, like we have the water balls, backpacks with supplies, basketball, of course. Buddy is big on making sure, kids go to school, but they also play a sport. Putting a basketball in his hand has gotten him very far, along with will, drive, determination. So that's a bit of what we try to impart. And the response from locals has been tremendous.
The Indiana Pacers three-point specialist is also assisting the top 24 high school players in the country with his 24 elite camp.
Just trying to just get the 24 elite boys in the Bahamas, and try to better their skills and help them and try to help them grow with the game of basketball, with intense training, and just helping them be better men out there in this community too.
With this being the off-season, Buddy now has his eyes set on playing for the Bahamas national team at the upcoming FIBA Olympic qualifier in Argentina, August 14th through the 20th.
I'm excited for the opportunity. I think that we had our best chance yet. We had in a long time. We got Aiden playing, potential Eric Gordon, and Kai Jones, Travis Munnins, Kentuan Smith, all those guys, Franco. It's a great group of guys. They're fun to be with, to be around Bahamian people, and we get a chance to go there and make our country proud, and that's what I'm about. And I think the guys are ready and focused for the opportunity, and we just can't wait.
Sticking with hoops, scores from Friday night from the YMCA Commercial League. Portland defeated BM Insecticide 79-76. Trevor Bain scored 26 points, while Ahmad Pratt added 25 in the win. Dane Russell had a game-high 30 points in a losing effort, and Matthew Lewis chipped in with 25 points.
And that's a quick check on sports, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood. And your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Some shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
If you're a bystander and you witness a vehicle accident involving a passenger, a power pole, and a downed power line, do not approach the accident scene. Stay in your car and call 919 for emergency medical assistance. Then call GB Power at 352-8411 so that they can disconnect the electricity from the accident site. Though persons may want to help, it's important to keep everyone away from the electrical equipment or from fallen wires. Rescue can only be attempted by a person trained to use special live line tools. If possible, talk to the passengers in the vehicle by yelling out. Encourage the passengers to avoid touching the car frame and not to move until help arrives. This message was brought to you by the Grand Bahama Power Company, reminding you that if it's down, it's dangerous.
Chances we're the one you can trust. Oh yeah, better than the rest. We already passed the test. Cause chances we're the one you can trust. We make sure when you win, we pay you right away. No piece of money and no need to come back another day. Sure when you win, you get all your money one time. That's how we do it. You leave with every dime. Cause chances is the one you can trust.
Chances reminds you to game responsibly.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, sexual assault arrest. Recession fears subside. Youth leaders meet. And in sports, 4 major regattas set. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. A jaw-dropping, disturbing trend drawing increasing attention. This past weekend, another 2 females were reportedly assaulted here in the capital. One, a 40-year-old woman, while at the home of a man she knew. The other involving a 9-year-old girl. Tonight, our Lloyd Allen is live at the scene where the youngster was found after being abducted. Lloyd?
A new development of that abduction taking place over the weekend of a 9-year-old girl in the Lazaretto Road area. As we spoke with a number of relatives and friends of the community, we heard that the girl once dropped off at the northern end of Spikenard Road. She ran all the way home to her mother, where she ran into her arms, reciting the words instructed by her abductor. I won't tell anyone. We also heard today that the mother has been in and out of the hospital, visiting the girl who's been in and out of consciousness, as well as ongoing conversations with law enforcement. Tonight, standing here with us is Member of Parliament for the Golden Isles community. This is Vaughn Miller. Mr. Miller.
Brother Allen, I'm saddened, I'm hurt, I'm angered, and I'm very disappointed. This happened in this constituency before. A couple of months ago on Bacardi Road. On a Saturday morning, a lady was abducted, robbed, and raped. And here we are, similar instance, this time, a young girl, 8 to 9 years old. And the details of what happened will one day emerge. But persons like him, I want to make this clear, persons like him ought to be executed in the public square, that everyone can see it. And it will send a message that this society will not tolerate acts like this by people like him. I'm upset. I am disturbed. And when we cannot protect those who are most vulnerable among us, our young, our handicapped, and our elderly, that speaks volumes for our country.
Now, we also understand that in this community, at this time, we understand that the girl was a resident of the All Saints Camp area. As you can see right behind us, work is now ongoing to erect a gate that to increase added protection. Additionally, Mr. Miller says that he is in ongoing conversations with the Ministry of Works to install lighting in this area. Now, some of those details, very gruesome, that we've been told from the family. What we can tell you is that the girl was abused sexually as well as additional matters. And of course, this is a developing story. Reporting here from the Lazaretto Road area for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, the troubling rise in alleged sexual assaults moving a group of clergymen to tackle the issue head on when they next meet. Joining us live in studio this evening is Chair of the Bahamas College of Bishops, Bishop Walter Hanchel himself. Bishop Hanchel, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight. Now, you're here because of a very distressing situation. In recent weeks, as indicated, we've had a rash of alleged sexual assaults. Several weeks ago, we saw 2 seniors being sexually assaulted. If memory serves me correctly, one in her very own home on Wolf Road. We had a teenager. She accepted a ride in the rain while walking in the rain. She was subsequently sexually assaulted. And now here we are again with the youngest victim recently. Let's put it like that, a 9-year-old girl who was sexually assaulted. What's your take on what's happening? And we know now that there's an increase in reported cases. What's the Bishop of College, the Bahamas College of Bishops' take on what is happening with the country with the increase in, at this point, reported cases of sexual assault and sexual incidents?
First of all, let me say that the Bahamas College of Bishops is very outraged as to what is happening in our country right now, in particular with the 9-year-old child and the elderly persons, 82 in the 80s. Now, I must say that what I'll share with you tonight is not the views of the college, because we have not met yet. And we are on schedule to meet this week. And after we have deliberated, we will submit a press statement which will highlight our plan of action moving forward. We are looking for solutions. What has happened and what is happening now in the Bahamas is unacceptable. We cannot stand by idly and watch our women and our children be sexually assaulted and do nothing about it. The members of the College of Bishops are very upset, and I'm sure many other pastors are, as to what is happening. And we decided, rather than just ignore it and do nothing, we will put our heads together, pray, and come up with some solutions and make some recommendations to the government, make some recommendations to the judiciary, and also make some recommendations to the families. Because what is happening right now are not isolated cases. It's been happening for years. And unless we take the bull by the horn and deal with these, with such evil, it gets worse.
Now, Bishop Hanchel, I think there may be some out there who argue, why now? Why is it that after so many such cases, because we saw the Minister of National Security early in the year, he noted publicly that such cases have seen an increase. So why now is the College of Bishops finally speaking out on this issue?
The College of Bishops has spoken out against this issue and many other issues over the last couple of years. So anybody who said, why now, are mistaken. We've always been outspoken on social issues, in particular moral issues, and we will continue. The reason why we are so adamant now is because it's out of control, and something has to be done to bring an end to this evil, and to put these perpetrators and these sexual perverts where they belong, locked up behind prison with long sentences, and some people might not agree with me, but I believe in corporal punishment. We used to have it back in the day, and we never had these type of problems. It's out of control now, so if we keep doing things the same way, no changes, we can expect things to get worse. So we must take some drastic measures to bring this problem under control. We have a responsibility to protect our children, to protect our women, to protect our mothers, and the church should be the most outspoken. And I'm not just talking about speaking. The church need programs. We need to get out of the walls and become a part of the solution.
Well, once again, that was Bishop Walter Hanschel, chair of the Bahamas College of Bishops. Well, meantime, police refuting social media reports this man is responsible for Saturday's assault of a 9-year-old girl. As such, they're requesting the public immediately desist from circulating the man's photo. The public's reminded that the police is the only authorized agency permitted to publish wanted bulletins for suspects. Those individuals found publishing erroneous information in an attempt to endanger the lives of others will be placed in the magistrate's court. Well, do you know this man? Meantime, police need your help locating him. They want to question him for unlawful sexual intercourse. Authorities only provided a sketch without the suspect's name, address, date, birth, or age. The only characteristics given is that he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall with dark brown complexion and medium build. Now, if you can assist in locating this man, please contact the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-9991-3, Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS, or the nearest police station. Meantime, detectives probing another double shooting here in the capital. A 23-year-old man was standing outside his Peter Street home around 10:30 yesterday morning when a man in dark-colored clothing emerged from a nearby track road. Police said the suspect fired gunshots in the victim's direction, resulting in him being shot to the thigh. As the assailant fled the area through the same nearby track road, he encountered 2 men. Again, he opened fire, police confirming that one of the men was unharmed. The second, a 33-year-old Peter Street resident, was shot to the upper body. He died in hospital while the 23-year-old victim remains in stable condition there. Police also aggressively investigating 2 separate hit-and-runs, one of them deadly. In the first case, a male pedestrian was attempting to cross East Street in the area of Andros Avenue after 11 Sunday night when he was struck by the driver of a vehicle, make and model unknown. Now, the accused reportedly fled the scene. At last report, the victim was fighting for his life in hospital. Just after 12 Monday morning, another pedestrian was on the southern side of Wolf Road near Palm Beach Street when she was struck by the driver of a red Honda vehicle who was traveling west along Wolf Road. Seriously injured, she died right there on the scene. Police making a strong appeal tonight to anyone with information that can assist them with either of those investigations to call 911 or 919. We can also tell you that an American, one of 3 people placed on remand in connection with serious charges, 36-year-old Georgia resident Lindsay Shirley Oliver, 29-year-old Farron Newbold Jr. of Abaco, and 28-year-old Terrence Bethel were arraigned on murder conspiracy charges. Court dockets know that the suspects agreed to murder Richard Shiver. The trio was not required to enter a plea when they appeared before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley. They were all remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Their next court appearance is scheduled for Thursday, October 5th, when a voluntary bill of indictment will be served. And police fire services quickly extinguished a generator fire at the Golden Gate Shopping Plaza Saturday. Police firemen learning about the blaze around 9:30 p.m. There were no injuries reported or structural damage to the building, although the generator sustained extensive damage.
Upon further investigation, we discovered that the generator belonged to Domino Pizza next door. We don't know the cause at this time. We're still making inquiries. It was for KFC side. There's a lot of smoke came inside their restaurant, and they had to evacuate.
Well, still to come, youth leaders meet. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you're trying to accomplish. We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Just when Leo was about to buy this useless pair of Hands underwear, he remembered that it was Tuesday. Hungry for deals? You better come satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays! 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays! A finger-licking good deal.
Trouble, it might drag you down. If you get lost, you can always be found. Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.
The Bahamas just may be able to avoid a recession as fares begin to subside in the U.S., and some officials say they see no indication of a once forecasted recession in sight. Governor of the Central Bank, John Rowles, says with the outlook geared towards a softer landing in the U.S. and other tourism markets, the prospects for the Bahamas has improved. Still, he says there are things to be aware of.
Because it means that those countries are standing a better chance of getting inflation under control without causing the economies to contract. And so that would mean that the negative impact on individuals' ability to spend or to plan for tourism and travel would be reduced to a great extent. So that's a good thing for the Bahamas. The point that is still important, which we've stressed, though, is that there are costs in tourism related to the cost of transportation and the cost of electricity when they come in country. And so we have to be mindful of how those would continue to impact the competitiveness of the product, even if individuals are not directly impacted to the same extent in their incomes.
Rowles adding that the economy continued to expand at a healthy rate, with the central bank anticipating above-average GDP growth around 3% for 2023. As for tourism, he says gains in that area continue to be driven by pent-up demands post-COVID-19 pandemic. While the sector benefited from appreciated stopover pricing at hotels and rental properties, Rowles says there's been some leveling off that could be attributed to limited room inventory.
Based on comparisons against the pre-pandemic highs and the best seasonal performance before Hurricane Dorian, sea arrivals, which largely represent cruise visitors, have exceeded the pre-pandemic highs by an average of 40% since December 2022. However, the comparative index has not trended further upward since February 2023. In addition, since January, the seasonal recovery in air arrivals stabilized on average just 2% below the pre-pandemic comparison, so that's almost equivalent to pre-pandemic levels. And over the first half of 2022, by comparison, air arrivals were still an average of 25% below pre-pandemic volumes, while the sea segment still trailed similar estimates by 22%.
In other news this evening, youth leaders from across the region are here in the country attending the Caribbean Youth Forum on Drug Prevention. The four-day initiative focuses on training youth leaders to initiate youth-led drug prevention programs. The forum also comes amidst concerns about the deadly rise of the synthetic opioid fentanyl across the Caribbean.
This event took place in Barbados in 2019. It was very successful. Today, this is going to be a forum for education to prepare our youth on tools and strategies for prevention so that their lives could be fruitful.
Youth leader Miracle Turquoise says the forum is timely.
Definitely something that I feel will help me to hit the ground running as it relates to programs and different things that we can offer to our communities here in the Bahamas.
Well, the Bahamas have been a smuggler's paradise for generations. Rum, cocaine, and increasingly people. That's a byline of a Washington Post article last week detailing the years-long human smuggling problem here. The article referenced the July 2022 Haitian capsizing episode that happened off New Providence, citing Royal Bahamas Defense Force stats that for the year, 1,736 migrants, over 1,200 of them Haitians, have been apprehended. The story also quotes National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, rejecting claims that Bahamian authorities were taking bribes to ignore human smuggling, as well as Haitian activist Louis Georges and a 37-year-old New Providence resident impacted by the issue. The article even noted Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry's apology to the Bahamas that the Haitian people are losing hope in the future and are taking boats. We are really sorry that they affect the lives of the Bahamas, end quote. Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Frederick Mitchell, lamented that the story is an analytical piece which described the Bahamas in pretty unflattering terms and is not balanced.
What occurs here in this country is structural in the sense that we live cheek and jowl next to a major market. There is a poor country named Haiti to the south of us, and a rich country to the north of us called the United States, and we're caught in between. We have a tourist economy which must balance ease of entry as against immigration controls. And there is every indication that the Bahamas is fully cognizant of the public policy on smuggling and on trafficking in persons, and we adhere to all the international agreements. The Washington Post article should therefore be taken, in my view, with a grain of salt.
Well, Marcellus Hall joins us in studio with a check on what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
All right, Makushla, well, coming up in sports for this evening, pastors and politicians go right down to the wire. We'll give you details on that, and we'll also tell you who's on our men's national basketball team. That's coming up in sports.
Tourism today. Bahamas tourism today.
This is our 50th anniversary. Ministry of Tourism is actively involved in putting on spectacular events. In addition to all of the 50th celebration and events, we're bringing Goombay Summer back to Nassau, to Bay Street. It's been more than a decade since Goombay Summer has been Bay Street. That should be exciting. We're taking it across 9 family islands, beginning July 6th in Grand Bahama. Goombay Summer Festival is exciting. It's the coming together of our art, our food, our culture, and the general interaction of the warmth of all of the people all across the Bahamas. This is going to be an exciting occasion. We invite everyone, tourists and residents across all of the islands of the Bahamas, to participate. We were intentional in having Goombay Summer back to Bay Street. We are in the process of revitalization of Bay Street and really uplifting the entire environment. To do so, it's more than cleaning and repairing. It's really that vibe of music, art, culture back on Bay Street. It's good for the tourists, but as children, we've all grown up going to Goombay on Bay Street, and this is an opportunity to bring that back. There's no better time, there's no better coincidence than bringing that back right now as we celebrate our 50th anniversary. We invite you to follow all of the clips of Goombay Summer Festival all across social media, including TikTok, but our official means is Bahamas.com. Log on to Bahamas.com and get all of the updates on Goombay Summer Festival across the Bahamas.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Agape Church cordially invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee, senior pastor of Agape Church. The event will be held at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Friday, August 25th. Cocktail reception at 7 p.m. Dinner is served at 8 p.m. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the Agape Church office. For more information, call 328-6937.
Are you dreaming of the perfect summer getaway? Apply for a debt consolidation or personal loan to win an airline ticket to Paris, Miami, or New York. Win up to $2,500 in cash and more. For details, call 356-7764 for Nassau, 602-6811 for Freeport, 823-4374 for Abaco.
Serving you low prices? That's the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Devon corned beef, 12 ounce, 2 for $5.38. So cheesy macaroni and cheese, 7 1/4 ounce, 99 cents. Sora's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $5.99. Green peppers, $1.89 per pound. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
The demolition of downtown's derelict buildings to soon resume as efforts continue to revitalize the city center and enrich the tourism experience. That, according to global relations consultant for the Ministry of Tourism, Investment and Aviation, Senator the Honorable Randy Rowe, whose comments came during debate on the Antiquities and Monuments Bill in the Senate on Friday.
We have started this project a few months ago with some of the buildings, and we will continue this Bay Street transformation. This is just the first step. We are working with the owners of our downtown businesses to get this done. They have been very helpful and accommodating, and they see the value and importance of this growth and development for the entire country at large.
Now, Senator Rowe adding that they are working with the Antiquities, Monuments and Museum Corporation to ensure historic downtown buildings are preserved, while talks are underway to create another attraction downtown.
Downtown Revitalization team has recently begun talks to create an historical attraction in the back of Rawson Square, just behind the bust of Samilo Butler. This attraction will be an impressive experience that will give guests a glimpse into the milestones of our beautiful country. We are working with an historian and a local artisans who will be pulling this vision together.
Meantime, valet service now available downtown Bay and Parliament Streets, to be exact. Tourism officials giving residents better options to visit the city center.
We think it's something that will help the vendors a great deal. It's something that many people have complained about parking as it relates to downtown. And so we're looking at all of the different initiatives. We're engaging, doing some studies as well to see how best we can eliminate some of the little stress, because we want to make sure that everyone can benefit from what's happening downtown.
And speaking of downtown, after a decade-plus hiatus, the Bahamas Goombay Festival returned this weekend in many islands, including New Providence. Our Desmond Saunders was downtown Nassau on Saturday night. Here's his report.
It's good to have, an event like this happening again during the summertime for tourists and locals to come out and celebrate. It's a lot of stalls, a lot of vendors.
It's relaxed, it's friendly, it's just a lot of fun to get away from the hustle and bustle of Chicago, right? The food is authentic, it tastes great.
The Bahamas Goombay Festival already receiving rave reviews since its return on Bay over the weekend. Established 1971, the popular Bahamian event showcasing the very best of the Bahamas, succulent native dishes, rake and scrape music, art, fashion, and cherished Bahamian traditions on display.
We're looking at ways of promoting more of the orange economy. And so what you have is food vendors, artisans. We have the best in Bahamian music, food, culture. You can't beat it out here. And so anyone with talent, of course, they always come through Ministry of Tourism. We try to promote them. We take them on our trips abroad.
Albertha Stirp, one of many vendors offering one-of-a-kind, authentic Bahamian products. She hopes the festival continues to grow and expand.
Display here, you can see that there are things that remind you of your childhood. We have the spin top, we have the pop outdoor pump, and then one of the favorites is the coconut jimmy.
The festival also providing a platform for local artisans. Creative director for the think tank, Keshimo Ellis, the creative force behind the festival's branding.
Well, I was given the task to create an entrance for Goombay, Bahamas, back to Bay, as they would say.
Right.
Goombay exudes junkanoo and a party feel, and that's just what we have in the back of us, a party vibe, street party vibe.
The Bahamas Goombay Festival continues until the end of the month around the country. A real, authentic experience of boost for tourism and the local economy. Here on Bay Street, Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Desmond. As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A friend that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Vibrant heart of the Bahamas, a common loftier goal unites us all. A place where love and unity thrive, where world-class technology is accessible and affordable, connecting every generation. We believe in our heritage and the boundless potential that lies within us. We believe in Bahamians.
Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing? Pledge to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to a common, loftier goal. Steady sunward, though the weather eyed the wide and treacherous shoal. up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland, till the road you've trod lead unto your God. March on, Bahamaland.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
The Attorney General's adamant about rectifying a problem he believes is causing immense frustration and delay in the administration of justice. Senator the Honourable Ryan Pinder lamenting the fact that several court cases in Eleuthera have not been heard due to the circuit magistrate cancelling the visit without notice. The AG acknowledging the matter has become a repeated occurrence, and not only in Eleuthera, but nationwide. He maintains, though, that he's not sitting by and allowing this injustice to continue, but has collaborated with the Chief Justice to reinstate a virtual Family Island court system.
We will secure the necessary IT equipment and facilities to allow for remote hearings and eliminate the need for magistrates to travel the islands to have circuit courts. I'm sure this has happened in Long Island. The frustration is real. We constitutionally should give access to justice without discrimination across our country, whether an archipelago or a fixed place. It is our commitment to do so.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Patricia. We have partly cloudy skies, temperature 85 degrees, the relative humidity at 71%, winds out of the southeast at 5 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.3 millibars, that's 30.01 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 86 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Toll, Kikinabico, Marshall, Babico at 84 degrees, the Berry Islands 86, Alistown, Bimini 84 in Harper Island, Rock, Sandy, Eleuthera, Black Point, Exuma, and Kemps Bay, St. Andrews reporting 86, Fresh Creek, Central Andrews at 84 degrees. 86 in Artisan, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey, Georgetown, Exuma 87, 85s in Rygat Island, Clarence, San Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and Acklands, Matthew Town, Unagua 82, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 86 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tile King, and the Paint Center. In the northwest and central islands tonight, those winds are going to be southeasters out at 10 to 15 knots with the wave heights just around 2 to 4 feet. High tide occurs at 7:34 this evening. Now for the southeast bombers tonight, east to southeast winds is going to be a little stronger at 12 to 18 knots. Hence we have a caution flag in place with wave heights around 3 to 6 feet. And then tomorrow, Tuesday through Wednesday, those winds will fall off light and variable in the northwest and central islands with flat sea conditions. High tide occurring at 7:52 in the morning with a low tide at 2 in the afternoon. For the southeast bombers, Tuesday through Wednesday, easterly flow at 10 to 15 knots and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. The extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Attention, college freshmen. ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me my things. Triple P, move over my lucky seat, boy, because I'm trying to hit one of these jackpots so I could plan my retirement.
Retirement? Yeah, you straight. This the island game, and Percy's pension plan is back.
What you talking about? How NI begun? Ain't gonna be no pension for none of we.
Now, listen, this Percy's pension plan, what I talking about, all you gotta do, put $20 on your account, and you enter in one of 13 different pension plans.
What?
Up to $1,000 a week for a year. And you can win more than one, you know.
Oh, well, thank you, Island Game, because I know one of them pension is mine. Now get out of my chair. While you up, give me that $20 so I can put on my account. Thank you. You owe me this long enough.
The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
King Coop should go over here. The Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources, and Family Island Affairs got new services on my gateway for farmers and fishermen. Now I can get my farmland lease, my farmer's registration and license too. Take that, Ozzy. That's my cousin who always trying to one-up me, but I got him now.
That who? Not Ozzy.
Well, who else?
Roy. Ozzy done get his crawfish trapping permit and he out to sea on Roy's boat.
Visit mygateway.gov.bs today.
Bahamians are rediscovering Grand Bahama through immersive staycation experiences at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Pamper yourself at our Senses Spa or savor exotic cocktails by the sea. Unwind and enjoy serenity, 18 holes of golf, fine dining, romance, business conventions and meetings, grand outdoor events. For Bahamas resident rates at Lighthouse Point, call 242-373-1333 or WhatsApp message 827-8195.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund? Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-7795-8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Well, last night, the Candlelight Gymnasium was the place to be as the annual Peace on the Streets basketball tournament wrapped up with the pastors versus politicians game. Everybody all geared up to see who would come out on top. Let's take a look. Big crowd on hand for the annual rivalry game as the politicians looking to break the Clergy win streak of 6 straight. Things would start out great. MP Shannon Dawn Cartwright knocking down a 3 to get things started. This would actually turn out to be a very competitive ball game. Neither team able to pull away from the other, much to the delight of the fans on hand. Politicians up by 1 at the half. Second half, more of the same as the game continued to be close. In fact, in the closing moments, Clergy up by 3. Politicians don't get a big 3 to tie the game, and we are headed to overtime. In the overtime, Dr. Carlos Reed connecting on 2 big 3-pointers. That put this one out of reach for good. Clergymen keep their winning streak alive.
It was an exciting game. I think the fans enjoyed it. The parliamentarians played extremely well. You know, this is quite a far cry from our last game. And you can see we're very competitive, took it into overtime. And just by the bounce of the ball, we lost. But we'll be back.
I was born for this moment. You know, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be 62. And it's a blessing that God can put the strength in my body, the energy for me to be able to play. It was an awesome game.
Still with basketball, the Bahamas Basketball Federation announcing their senior men's national team roster. They'll be headed to Puerto Rico for the pre-Olympic qualifiers. Most notably on the squad, the presence of all 3 of the country's current NBA players, DeAndre Ayton of the Phoenix Suns, Kai Jones of the Charlotte Hornets, and Buddy Hield of the Indiana Pacers. Other members of the squad include Dominic Bridgewater, Jerron Keno Burrows, Gavin Clark, Kadeem Colby, Rashad Davis, Sammy Hunter, Danrad Chicken Knowles, Tum Tum Nairn, Willis Mackey Jr., Franco Miller Jr., Travis Munnings, Kentuan Smith, David Nesbitt, A.J. Storr, and Michael Thompson Jr. And the weekend will see the return of the Black Point Regatta. Charles Fisher tells us more.
All seas leave this weekend to Black Point Exuma for their homecoming and regatta. Commodore Gregory Adley inviting the whole country to come on down and enjoy.
It's going to be the best C-class race ever. We invite the whole crew from Long Island. You have VDK, Sassy Sue, all the new boats. The Sacrifice, which just came for St. Andres on this weekend. He's coming along also. And for the first time in history, we have a 2A class boat that will be sailing in beautiful Black Point Harbor.
Sailing will begin on Friday and wrap up on Monday. It's just something about Black Point that says the best in sailing.
Black Point is the mecca for C-class. We have 8 boats in our small community. We have boats like the Slaughter, Crazy Partner, which Lundy was skipper and won 6 championship. Everyone want to beat those boats because they're the top boats of the country. This is going to be a good competition. It's going to be a fight. Man, this is going to be a fight to the nail. I really see what's coming because the VDK guys, they don't let up. Sassy Sue guys, they all know. All these skippers, they know their stuff. You understand? So I know it's going to be a good race, and everyone's going to come down to see these regattas.
This regatta, once again, in honor of a legend, Lundy Robinson, who died a few years ago.
It was Lundy Robinson's dream to have an A-class. He always wanted to sail his boats in Black Point Harbor because that's where he was born. So now he's gone. We finally get around to put in the first A-class race in Black Point Exuma. So the A-class would be in honor of Lundy Robinson, but then we also have 2 other honorees, Peter Patton, who passed away, and Vincent Wright. They were both Defense Force officers, so we'll be honoring them as well. It's a boat that Lundy gave to us. He wanted the kids to learn how to sail. But what happened is that the boat is too fast for the kids, so we just erect it as a monument at the regatta site.
This regatta a big boost to the small settlement economy.
It draws a lot of attention. The tourists come down from Georgetown and all the other keys that's surrounding Black Point. They all hear about the regatta on the VHF radio, and they all would come down and they all spend money in the restaurants, the food store, and so on and so forth.
Friday's sailing begins with the ocean race. See you in Black Point. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's it. To check on sports for you here on this Monday. Don't go anywhere. We have a look at the weather. That's coming up.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Everyone hates a dead car battery. Why not get a battery that lasts and has a 12-month warranty and is only $64.50? Intercontinental batteries are made with German technology, compatible with Japanese, US, and European vehicles, and adapts to warm climates. All right, good to go. These batteries are high quality, affordable, innovative, and only available at AID. Visit us online or WhatsApp us at 427-0026. AID, all you really need and more.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Agape Church cordially invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee, senior pastor of Agape Church. The event will be held at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Friday, August 25th. Cocktail reception at 7 p.m. Dinner is served at 8 p.m. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the Agape Church office. For more information, call 328-6937.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Attention, college freshmen! ZNS wants to send you to college with some great prizes. Just WhatsApp a 10-second video of you holding the name of your college or university to 557-3488 by August 21st. Include your name and you are entered to win really big. For more details, go to www.znsbahamas.com/giveaways.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we start you in the tropics, and we have this area of low pressure to the northeast of the Northern Leeward Islands. It has about a 70% chance of developing and could possibly become your next tropical depression or even a tropical storm within the next couple of days as it continues to trek towards the north and west, and eventually will shift more towards the northeast, remaining away from landmass. Another area of low pressure, this one well off the coast of the eastern United States. This is going to race towards the northeast, and it's going to move over cooler waters, so it's unlikely that anything will happen with that system. Satellite pictures showing we still have that mid to upper level trough spinning across the northwest and central Bahamas that will continue to fire pockets of showers and thunderstorms tonight through part of tomorrow. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy and warm here in the capital with a low temperature of 81 degrees. And tomorrow, partly sunny with widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon hours as a result of that mid to upper level troughing. High temperature tomorrow, 90 degrees. Extended weather forecast looking like this. We'll have those isolated thunderstorms with us right through Thursday. Things get a little better as we head into the weekend with a lot more sunshine working its way back in the forecast, and those toasty daytime temperatures will continue right into Saturday. It seems as though we'll get you just below the 90-degree mark as we head into Sunday and Monday of next week. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. And finally tonight, saying thanks can never be overstated. Just ask the ZNS Radio Department. Officials there are saying a big thank you to Les Turnquest with a special presentation. Turnquest was a major sponsor of the Broadcasting Corporation's All Bahamian concert back in May. Both the chairman and general manager noting that more collaborations will come.
We look forward to this being a partnership going forward. And it's critical, especially as we look forward to going to the Family Islands and really having a full year of celebration for the 50th anniversary of independence. We want to say thank you to you in no small way and all of the artists. And we look forward to it being a series, as a matter of fact, next year, not only here in the Commonwealth, but also we could extend this abroad to the various ministries of foreign affairs.
It makes it a lot easier, actually. And it also helps us to be able to focus more on what it is that we're mandated to do as a corporation. So thank you so much for working with us. You can look forward to seeing more of this. This is a part of what we're going to be doing here at the Broadcasting Corporation, forming alliances and partnerships with the community to promote what it is that's very Bahamian. So thank you again.
Assistant General Manager of Radio, Brett Archer, making the special presentation to Turnquest, who had a few comments of his own.
For their participation with us and actually supporting us and providing for us the entertainment for our All Bahamian concert that was so well attended and so well received by the Bahamian public. Mr. Turnquest, we thank you very much for your dedication to Bahamian music and, of course, your support of the ZNS event.
First, I'd like to thank ZNS for giving me that opportunity to prove myself that Bahamian music is still alive. And I'd like to thank you all again. It was a wonderful evening, and we cannot wait to do it again.
And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.